Oh, Toplets, what are you trying to do here? This is gonna be a busy November, and I'm all for it. Greetings, y'all. Welcome back. We are in the Oxbow. This is the hard mode playthrough, and the autumn update part 2 video just came out, and oh my goodness, I couldn't be more excited for this. It is going to be amazing seeing all these changes, and I'm really excited to add this to things. I'm excited to add this to the playthrough where I am currently just kind of going long time building up the Kingdom of Keen and adding decorations as I can, and just kind of doing long play stuff. There's not a lot of excitement that happens in the moment on that playthrough, so I'm doing lots of long burn stuff with that. Now anyway, let's look into this. So first off, the dyeing system and new clothes. So that's going to be exciting to have new outfits, new things to wear, and new colorations for it too. And if you see in here we're looking, we got some new colors on the outfits. We've also got some looking like great fancy clothes going on here. And also this hunting outfit is, I'm here for it. That is awesome. That looks like fur armor, perhaps just like fur clothing to keep warm in the wintertime. I love it. Then, oh, and the banners. The banners. We saw banners and crests last time. But I love how they're everywhere in the village now. Like seeing this in the video and seeing how they're decorating with those banners. I am for this. I am here for this, and I love it. And I can't wait. I am excited to see this all come to be. Then the weapons. Oh, but this has been promised for a while. We knew about this for a while, and it's kind of just been sitting in the background as like a this is definitely going to show up at some point. And now here we can definitely see new weapons, swords, right? That's something exciting. Like, I'm looking forward to being able to wield the sword, right? That just feels like the whole, like, we're getting to that medieval, like, I can make my kingdom, I can have my knights, I can have all the things I want. Yes, let's have this. I am here for this. And then I'm seeing as well that that training dummy is wearing what appears to be bronze armor, right? Like, that looks like bronze armor to me. And that is exciting as well. We can also see in some of the pictures, like here, he's wearing a gambeson, or he's just wearing a tabard over mail. So he's wearing mail armor, and we have our tabard, and that is looking really cool. That, again, I am here for this. This is awesome. I'm excited for it. And to add to this, to put even more on top of it, not just having more weapons and armor, which having a shield is going to be fun too. I'm looking forward to that as well. But when you look at the reworked combat system, I love that they've shown it with co-op, because I think that's going to add a lot to co-op play. It's going to be a fairly big deal. And I also think when you look at the scene here as they're charging towards each other, I love the feel of that. Like, that looks visceral and like good. Like, here we're in it. We're into this big fight here. Let's go. We're going to take down this gang of bandits and bandit encampments, right? Cool, and definitely here for that. And I do get a kick out of the fact that Sengoku's going to be coming out with this new like clearing bandit camp system, so I'm going to be loving playing that on November 7th. And now here in Medieval Dynasty, I'm going to be able to be clearing out some bandit camps as well. I'm definitely here for that. We are are we speaking to? Ooh, we are watching the sunset with wide open eyes. I gotta be careful, because when I go between recording these, I'm working on a Best Start to Valley playthrough, and of course, if I go for a while without watching these, without doing these playthroughs, I unfortunately end up in the spot where I go, oh crap, was I really doing that? And then I get kind of stuck. Good luck. Oof, let's get this going. We're here because we want to continue this quest lineup. Let's get this thing going. But I was like, hey, I gotta go flirt. I gotta not forget these key steps, right? Like, this is me learning from my mistakes, right? Well, part of it is I gotta make sure that I'm actually learning. All right, let's talk about this. Yeah, okay. I've got a special rock, and that's good news. I don't think I could possibly need to borrow anything from you.
Goodbye.
No, let's get out of here. We're gonna try something out. I'm buying this guy out of copper ore because it's not that expensive, and you know what? I can turn that into more money instantly. So why would I not do it? So I'm gonna give that a shot. Let's see how that goes, right? Let's see how that goes. Wouldn't mind having a toy sword for
see you around.
getting some more rep But right now we are great on us insofar as can we handle more people? Oh yeah, for sure. I need to start actually building the village up, right? Like that's the key. Now I know that I was originally...
How can I help you?
I was going to build in an area in the woods. But now I think I want to start in a van down by the river. Right? I've got an idea here. I want to have mines, and I think that the next thing that I really want to get going here is I want to have another mine area. Yeah, okay, Ooh, wait a second. Yes! I'm just going for it. Alright, now the last one, I believe I have to go to Clonica, so we'll get to that later. We gotta make some choices, y'all. Like, can't be sitting here taking all this time, snoozing. I gotta be recruiting more villagers, and as we wrap up the day, we're close to the end of the day. I should have plenty of stone, and I should have plenty of sticks. I should have plenty of logs. We are in a good spot. Now, we do also have plenty of leather, enough for 2 days worth, based upon all the hunting, and the things that are left to do at this point is be sure that we still have the stick situation under control, and then it's going to be time to start moving in on extraction, right, and try to get some people doing more in stonework, because stones I'd like to automate at some point. Right now I need their experience to rise significantly, so that's going to be the key. I'm going to start building my extended village, though. That's where we need to go. Now, secrets, well, no secrets. I'm going to build here on the riverside. The reason for it is that there's this mine right here, and I do happen to like this area, and it's not far from where I am at here. And when I think about building out here, like, you know, the hard mode feel is, it's not feeling terribly hard, and I think y'all are noticing it. And it's just kind of, it's just more stuff, but it's not hard to, in the Oxbow, have a ton of money at the start and have a really good go of it. So it's starting to feel like the hard mode isn't terribly hard. Yeah, I don't hit things with spears as well, but that's just going to be a learning curve, and then we're going to be good to go. Right now it's just turning into, I really want those villagers maxed out faster, and that's the key. Alright, let's see here. So I have a bunch of sticks and that. I should have feathers, though. Now, if we have feathers, the goal here, I should have tons of feathers, by the way, because we have a person gathering feathers. Then the goal here is, we want to...
Hey!
Yeah.
I was using that!
Oh, I know it, and you know what? Too bad. The key here is I want to get more of these bars made, and what we just spent was 78 coin on all of those copper ores, and from here we should be able to turn this into 50 each, and that's 5, so 50 each, 250 gold. That's not bad. That's a good amount of profit. Oh, actually, but we're doing arrows. I was thinking,
I wish I had a significant other as well.
I don't have a significant other. What you talking about, man? Poor guy. Now he's delusional. Oh yeah, because it takes 2 bars. So then, what to see if this turned out to be cost effective. I'm a little concerned that it was not. Alright. It turns into 180. We doubled our money. That's not bad. It took a little effort to do that and a lot of extra time. So when I think about was that worth the time, I'm going to argue that it was probably not fully worth the time.
Hello.
That's unfortunate, but it's okay. We want to learn these things and we want to make sure they get this information in there. Alright, so I need... Plum juice is fine. I kind of want to actually get the plum tart. Just because it's not... Ooh. I heard that people used to pee and then brush their teeth with it. That's kind of a nasty thought. But it's a thing. Oh man, can't even imagine. There we go. Plum tart because it's cheaper. Then, I was wrong about stone parchment shears. We're going to Astoya, and we gotta do some flirtation there, and we're gonna wrap this quest up, get a little rep, right? That's our goal. Then it's gonna be time to make that village happen. Now, I do think I should have moved a little faster on that village. I think today I could have done actions differently. Villagers got to be the focus, right? And what I want to do is get... Ooh, look at this.
And the roof over my head. How are you?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Man, I'll be flirting away here, y'all. You know, there's some wins and loses in these flirtations. Holy cow. There's some wins and loses in these flirtations, I gotta tell you. But this person's maxed out. Too bad that we're not gonna go for her. 18 is okay. She's, I don't know, her stats aren't hitting the right marks. So a lot of these people will just have her on as flirts. And then we'll find some more people in the other village just to get the villagers maxed out. Alrighty, questing. Of course I have to do it myself. I mean, of course. It's just what it is. Alright, we'll find the shears and then we'll move on. Lucky there's inspect mode, which feels like cheating, but on it. Whoa. Okay, that's new, right? Like, that's new. I don't recognize that. That's not been there before. I'll tell you that right now. I may be a space cadet and have absolutely no memory whatsoever most days, but it does seem to me that there's some differences here. Does it seem like that orchard is extended a bit? Oh, maybe I just haven't been in Australia for a while. But that's cool, like the big pile of burrs. Alright, we got the old shears, let's get out of here. We've gotten everything we need. All we need to do is be ready for paying taxes in the spring. And that means I have all of the remainder of winter to take care of those needs, and it's not going to be hard. We need to get the mine up and running, so let's make that happen. And here we are. Alrighty. I appreciate it. Thanks. Got it. Wait, who will win? This is genius. Let's play. Parchment. Oh, dang it. Congratulations. Yep. Think about it. Goodbye. Yeah, bye. Bye. Yeah, we're good. Getting 300 coin for that's okay. We'll take it. Alright, let's get in here. See if there's anybody I still need to flirt with. 18. Oh, she's got all the skills. All across the board. So that's not bad. She's at 2 for a lot of stuff, and I really should just take on people with 3. But might as well just flirt away again. Flirting done, and it's time for us to book it. And deadly rabbits. Time to book it, and what we're going to do is I'm going to carry on me my spears. Is there is a good chance that there's a bear at this spot, and that could make for a very exciting night. We must claim this land in the name of Keen. Alright, all that's left is the overland travel. So I'm skipping around because there's a whole lot of boring and a lot of small spots just to fast forward for me running, and nothing interesting to come about with it. So we are going to book it. And I still have my Rybeer on. I've loaded myself up with a bunch of logs. And then the next step will be to take a massive pile of sticks, and then we'll build that resource storage right at the edge of the mine. Now, chances of bear? Non-zero. But chances of me dying to bear fight? If Sengoku's any indication, pretty high. We'll see how it does in medieval Dynasty bear. For those following along at home, it really does help to see where I'm going. So there's the building on the side. That's the pottery. That's that place that we get the clay from. And it's not far from the clay pit. And there are the hogs. And that's the look back to Piastovia. Now there's a nice amount of boars in this area, which is just fine by me. And now we're going to get to this hill. And we're going to be a little entertaining with this. Because why not? Gather up some sticks. And then I'm going to take my logs and I'm just going to drop them down the hill because they will roll quite well down to our destination. And let's see here. I remember this area because this was the first area I ever built in any playthrough of the Oxbow, period. Also, it has a fun little bit of history for me since less than a year ago when I started streaming, or started recording myself. I haven't started streaming yet, so not fair to say that. That's starting soon enough. This was the very first recording I did. It was Oxbow, and it was me in the Oxbow, right? Oops, there we go. Now these logs will conveniently roll downhill for me, which is nice because now I don't have to carry them. I don't have to be overweighted, and now I can just straight up go through here, gather up the sticks I know I need. So I gotta build this whole resource storage, and we are also in a great spot for that whole bear fight because bear fights. I wonder if they're going to use their bare hands. Anyway, so let's see here. How will this fight go? Let's find out. Pigeon. Deadly pigeon zone. It appears that I'm going to roll lucky, and a random chance gets me right here and says, hey, have it. Freebie for you. Enjoy, Keen. Have fun. Alright, that being the case, it's time to set up. And it's time to just make this thing happen. So I'm going to gather up a bunch of resources and I'm going to build me a resource storage. Let's do this thing, y'all. Let's do this thing. Oh, that's satisfying. Perfect. Now, since we don't have any enemies around us, I say with a little bit of like, how soon until I get eaten by the local bear? Looks like we're in a good spot. Let's just go for it. Time to start building up this village. Alright, well, from here, now, I know it looks a little, sketchy to build here since obviously floodplain, right? But I think what we'll do is we'll just make the assumption that this area doesn't flood, and we'll cast aside realism and just imagine that there'll never be flooding here, period, no matter what. Yay. And we'll steal all these lootable things. Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Thanks for the wine. If I get cold, I'll drink it. Alright, that being the case, let's start making a district. So I'm going to make a district in this area. I think those maple trees would be nice to keep over time. And let's make ourselves a consistently repeatable set of houses. Now, what I need to do too, if I'm going to do future decorating, this is another one of those like learning things, right? Is to be sure that we are building so that if I wanted to, I could have... Okay, so it looks like we go north-south, travels like this. So for a reference line, and this can be a thing that you do, if you like, and if not, well then don't, right? But I'm going to cast a reference line, essentially, so that I know that if I want to build, and I want it to look legitimate, like I want it to look like they have a garden on the side of their house, I'm going to use this as a guide, as, hey, check it out, this is north-south, this is east-west. And that allows me to be sure that I properly align with things. Alright. So that being the case, if I want a garden to be on the side of a house and not just kind of look silly near a house, then I need to be sure that I fit within this span. My first house is really the most important one. And let's see here, I probably won't have much interest in them having backyards, right? Like that's kind of unnecessary at this point. Let's do that. And let's build pretty tight, right? Like let's make this district fairly tightly grouped and nestled. I could probably be even tighter with that. I don't know. I kind of like having people have a little bit of space, right? There we go. We'll say that that person has some nice trees inside their area. Beautiful little trees. Happy little trees. Even better, we could have this person having this here, I suppose. As far as a district is concerned, I'm thinking we'll probably keep things tight in this area. Now, let's see how we did. That's pretty good alignment, right? Alright, y'all. Oops, my apologies. Let's get that whole thing going on. Boom. Alright, time of day is 3 in the morning. Our character is an insomniac. Let's just go with it. And I'm going to build the heck out of these things. And, you know, the thing, I also have my axe on me, so I'm definitely going to be going for that. So I'll mine a bit because I need stone for a lot of these walls. I have the plum tart on me. And obviously I also have a rye beer, because why would I not have a rye beer on me, right? Like, that's just the thing. The only thing I don't have, potion of stamina, which was a mistake. Well, it might seem silly. I'm going to take the dandelions just as a thing. I won't use them immediately, obviously, because the current effect that I have is better. Saturation of strength and sobriety. That's too bad. Okay. Well, this is it, y'all. I'm going to be mining for a whole long while here. I'm going to get all the resources. We're going to build our bases up. And then I need logs out there. And I used to know the count for logs. Like, I used to know the exact number you needed for each house because I was building so darn many of them at a time. and I got kind of tired of running them back and forth. I have since forgotten that exact number, so I should really get on that so I can make things convenient on myself, right? Alright, mining is done. There are 3 houses there set up in this particular region, and I'm going to work on making this look a little more legit. Like, I want to make it look like an actual village, so that'll be a thing worth trying out here and get going. For here, I think we'll call it early on this one. It is time to get moving for the day here for me anyway. Thanks for joining me for this update, and I hope that you are looking forward to the autumn update as much as I am. See you next time. Thank you for being here.